So, if you happen to see this, this is the very first TikTok that I am making and I am posting. So if you happen to see this, hey, girl, don't post a whole damn TikTok. I'm out here now in these social media streets. But I just wanted to share something that God had put upon my heart. Actually, something that He's been impressing upon my heart for a while now. But it's been really, He's been really speaking very loudly about surrendering. And if you know what I do, you know what I do, right? I feel like in this space though, like this space as in the day and time that we are in right now, for those that have a relationship with God, I feel like God is calling us and asking us to surrender whatever we thought we were going to do, right? Like, so if you got a plan in mind, you know what you want to do, or you have an idea about what you want to do, but things don't seem to be coming together in the way that you desire for them to come together. So just taking my own issue or situation, but I feel like it's not just me, because I'm hearing it when I see my clients. I'm hearing it when I just talk to random people. I'm hearing it all over the place, that God is really speaking and He's asking us to really surrender to Him. And this is what came to me last night as I was closing out my sessions at the end of the day. I'm like, okay, Lord, so I hear you saying surrender, surrender, surrender. I'm seeing it, I'm hearing it, and in so many different ways is what God is saying. What came to me last night was, it's not just about surrendering, right? For us faith-filled believers and us who believe that there is a higher power, there is someone who has, like, you believe in the author and the creator. You believe that we ain't just get here just out of a explosion out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going into all of that, because that's not the purpose of this. Anywho, what God is saying is, He's saying to surrender. When you surrender, or surrendering your plans, builds your faith. And as your faith is built, or as it is increasing, that increasing of your faith leads to more trust in letting go, trust in surrendering. And that trust, once you kind of get that trust, like you might need some, as you begin to, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. If y'all know me, y'all know I'm terrible at story time, right? So this ain't story time. This is just what God told me, and I'm trying to keep it together. But as you begin to really operate in a place of trust, trusting your knowing, trusting what you feel God is telling you, or what you know God is telling you, but you're just resistant to listening, kind of my situation. Sorry, Lord, I love you though. But anywho, as your faith, you trust yourself to take more leaps of faith. That faith builds your trust. And as your trust builds, you'll receive more confirmations of the things that you feel God is prompting you to do. You'll start seeing more confirmations when you start taking action towards those things. You're either going to get confirmations, or you're going to get some resistance. That resistance could be it could mean not right now. It also could mean not at all. It also could mean, you could do this, but I need you to switch some things up. So that's something you got to search God about. That's what I ain't here to tell you all that. That's something you got to search God about. But what I am here to tell you is that as you surrendering increases your faith. Once your faith increases, that leads to greater trust. As your trust increases and you receive the confirmations and you believe what God is telling you, and you believe in the ways that you're going, because you see the open doors and the manifestations and so forth, right? Once you get to that place of trust, the next level is belief. When you get to belief is like, as my mom said it this morning, belief is the pinnacle level that you can reach. Because once you get to belief, you don't need no more confirmations that you needed at the trust level. Because at the trust level, you needed confirmations. And you may have needed them at your faith level too. You also might have needed some kind of confirmation to surrender as well. But once you've gone through all those phases of surrendering, trusting, believing, faithing, having the faith or what have you, then you get to that point of belief. Belief comes and says, like, I know I got this. I know God got me. I know I can't misstep. One of my favorite scriptures is the thing I always freeze up when I'm trying to tell my clients this too, but the thing I say all the time is, I can't go wrong. Even if I make a mistake, I can't go wrong. And where my faith is cemented in that is like, that's the foundation, is because I know that's the scripture. All things work for the good of those who love the Lord. That is the scripture that I will forever, ever hold close to my heart, because I know that regardless of what step I take, as long as I'm working and I'm working the plan that God has placed upon my heart, I'm moving in purpose, with purpose, I know that all things work for the good of those who love the Lord. So even if I take a wrong turn, God gonna make it work for my good. He's gonna make it work for the good of the purpose that he has for me, because I'm operating in the purpose and I'm walking with him and I'm allowing him to lead me. I'm not resisting. I'm not fighting. I'm not arguing. There might be a little bit of resistance. I'm gonna be real with y'all. It might be a tad bit of resistance. Could be with some of these things, because some of the stuff they be like, go do this. And I'm like, wait, that? What? Yeah, God be like, yup, do that, because that's what I want you to do. If you know my story, I promise you, ain't been nothing but a faith walk. And it's even more of a faith walk at this point because of that first surrender. That first surrender, God was like, all right, you surrendered? Finally. Now you give me a chance to do some things. So, and he did some things. He really did. He did some things. He has been amazing me and blowing my mind for the last, I'm going to say last maybe 3.5 to 4, 3.5 to 4 years. There was one leap. One leap was the catalyst. And from there, I've been working in this place of building my trust, because I've always had faith. I always had faith that he's real and but I've been building my trust. And the more I surrender, the greater my trust becomes. Because surrendering means literally taking a leap off of the curb, not knowing what is below. It means walking down that hallway in the dark, feeling your way, literally feeling your way. It means truly walking by faith and not by sight, relying on what I know God is speaking to me, and then seeing the confirmation. So at this point, yes, Lord, I still need confirmation. I still would like confirmation, because I need to know I'm doing the right thing. I always want to know I'm doing the right thing. But those confirmations don't come in the same way now. Those confirmations, a lot of times they don't come in the same way, because my faith is bigger. My trust is greater, and the belief is already there. So because the belief is already there, the confirmations they just don't look the same. I can't even tell you how, because how God speaks to me is how he speaks to me. I can't even tell you what the confirmations look like, but let's just say they don't look the same. How they say new levels, new devils. I'm going to say new levels, new confirmations, new purpose, new assignments, you know what I'm saying? It's I hope the message was received. I do have a tendency of rambling on. My clients love me because I'm just a chatterbox. But you know what? It helps. They somehow or another, God get the message come through. So hear me today, that if you are wondering or you are afraid, because surrendering, there's a level of fear in that. But take the leap. If you're a faith-filled believer, take the leap. God got you. You ain't gonna fall. I promise you. Be blessed.